Hello, family. How we doing? What's up, Josh? How you doing? You are looking like you're first to the party. I don't know what's going on with my live scheduling thing, you guys, but I had my dude schedule like a live thing ahead of time, and he's sending me a screenshot with it, but I don't see it. I don't see it, and so I like created another one. I hope that there's not like two of them, two like different links or something, and much people are waiting on the other one. So I'm gonna give everyone a second and see if we are getting on board here. Okay, let me fix this. I hope everyone's doing well and that we've all had a good time the past couple weeks. It's been a long time. I'm really, really sorry. Last week I could not do a live Q&A because I was in Atlanta and it was crazy. We were filming like, I don't know, a million different things at once. So my apologies for that. Let me see. So today, I'm here to answer any questions that you guys have. I just released a really cool video of Angelica Hale, and I'm super proud about that. She, as you know, won the Golden Buzzer for America's Got Talent 2 times in a row. Super cool and super proud of her. And you guys were, I don't know, like all kinds of very politely relentless requests going on about you know, me reviewing her, and she was a student of mine, and I said, you know, okay, her parents gave me permission, and I talked to Angelica about it, and so I was happy to do it. But I don't know, I just wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to do it for her because I thought that she really deserved it, and is so deserving of everything that she got on AGT. So yeah, I'm not seeing people's chats though, and I need to figure out why. Let me see who else is here. Sign into chat. I feel like something funny is going on today, you guys. What is up? What is up? What is up with this? Okay, so if you are on, let me like type some stuff. Let me see. Josh, I see yours. I don't see anybody else's. Okay, I see you, Kian. Anybody else? Let me see. I can't quite tell who else is on. Okay, now I'm starting to see a bunch of people come up. Okay, good. Because I only see like 2 people up on this live thing. I need to figure this out because this is kind of weird. Hey everyone. Okay, now I'm seeing my chat messed up, but I rejoined the live stream and fixed the problem. Okay, hey Josh. All right, so Tess, can you see this? Yes, Nick, I can see this. Hey guys, 15 watching and growing. Okay, got you. Good. So let me ask you guys a question now, because I feel like I'm missing the mark here. When I do like, because I guess my guy did pre-schedule a live chat, and it's in like the queue of my videos. But when I went on, there was no upcoming pre-scheduled live chat. So I created another one. Is it a link that's different for you guys? Like on your end, were you on the other live chat and then you had to like go to this one, or is it all the same? Like when I go live, it doesn't matter. You just get the notification, you click. Can anyone give me some intel on that? Cause I don't know. I know, I kind of want to know. Hi guys, good to see you. Hey Texas, hey Ireland, whoop whoop. All the same for you, Jeff? Okay, so pre-scheduled, hey Michael, pre-scheduled doesn't matter. You just, when you get the notification, you just click on it and it takes you to the live. Same for you, Gabriella. Okay, this should have been my shirt. Okay, all right, okay, well good then. I feel like I was screwing it up because I'm not the greatest with the technology. I mean, it's just a little confusing on my end for the live. Like it's like you can either schedule an upcoming one or you can just plain out go live right then and there. And whenever I schedule them, when I do it and I go back to it, I can never find the upcoming. So I end up having to do it all over again. And I'm wondering if that messes you guys up. So it posted in your subscription feed. Okay. Okay, hey Germany, awesome. Hi Manuela, good to see you. Miami, whoop whoop, Alberto. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi from Austria. Wow, we've got like the whole world represented here. That's so cool, guys. So welcome to today. Now that we've got some peeps in here, and I know that I'm seeing the feed okay. Hey, South Carolina. Hey, Utah. That's awesome. Italy. Whoop, whoop. Anybody from Spain? Because I'm going to Spain, and I would love, I don't know when, I'm booking a trip for my family in like the fall-ish, maybe around my birthday time, and I would love to, hi Scotland, I would love to meet some of my fans in Spain when I'm there. I'm going to be all over, but in Barcelona mainly. Atlanta, Georgia, Daisy Days, whoop, that's awesome. Are you a student at the Atlanta branch, Daisy? If not, you should be. Take advantage of the location. Hey, Canada. Hey, guys. Oh, my goodness. Mexico. We are all over. Indonesia, Slovenia. Woo! That's amazing. Aussie land. Whoop, whoop. I want to go to Australia so bad. It's so far. Brazil, awesome. You guys are amazing. Good to see you. Costa Rica, nice. France, enchanté. A lot of us from Utah, I see. Hi, Argentina. Egypt, oh my goodness. What an honor to talk to everyone from around the world. That's so stinking cool. So guys, I wanted to first tell you something cool, and I'm super proud of this because we've been working really literally like around the clock trying to get this ready for you guys. You all have been very inquisitive about how to get reacted to yourself, and we've come up, and I said it at the end of Angelica's video, but I want to say it again here, in case anyone has any specific questions on the logistics of getting reacted to. So it's called instareactions.com. I'm going to put it in here so that you can see it. Hold on. I kind of have to, I don't want to, it's making me, why? It's not letting me sign into my own chat. That's really, and I don't want to prevent this page from creating additional dialogues. I don't want to leave site. So I'm scared to type anything in today. I'm sorry. Something weird's going on my end. Anyway. Oh, you live 15 minutes from the Atlanta location. You gotta go, Daisy. What are you waiting for? That's crazy. Okay, so guys, get a pen and paper because I can't write it in the chat today. I don't know what's going on my end. I'll have my dude look at it. But instareactions.com. INSTAREACTIONS.com. Insta like Instagram. Insta reactions plural.com. Instareactions.com. So for those of you who have been asked or who have been asking me to review you, or one of my coaches to review you, that's a thing now. We do that. So many of you have said, hey, can you check out my voice? Can you listen to me real quick? We can't do that for everyone without charging anything, but we've decided to make it like a one-time quick thing where if you go to this site, you can either pay for time for me to react to you personally, or on the other side, there's an option if you would rather have one of my hand-trained coaches at TSS in Atlanta, by the way, Daisy Days, to react to you as well. We're going to do that. So this is what it's kind of going to look like. We're going to take our phones, and ideally the screen is not cracked like mine kind of is at the top. But I have a 3-year-old, so I have an excuse. Although I did crack it myself, so I can't really blame him. Anyway, I'm gonna get on Instagram, and actually, there's someone who's already opted in for it since we released it yesterday. It's just live, like less than 24 hours. So here's what happens. If you decide, thank you. If you decide to get an Insta reaction from me personally, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to go through the steps. You're going to pay for the Insta reaction, and then you're going to send your order number or a screenshot of your receipt to my messages, my DMs in Instagram. This guy named where is he? Music Man did it. So this is what I want to see. Okay, I want to see your receipt there, and then I want to see your video. And he sent a video after this. You'll see, like he'll post and tag me to his IGTV, so that can be a 5-minute or less video. Because if you don't do IGTV, I think there's like a 60-second or less time limit. And if you want me to hear you longer, hey, B-Man's Bunnies, if you want me to hear you longer than 60 seconds, then if you don't have IGTV, get it on your Instagram and post your video of you singing to IGTV and tag Tara Simon Studios. So you have to follow us at Tara Simon Studios on Instagram, send us your order number, and then post your video of you singing to your IGTV and tag me. And within 2 weeks or less, and it's probably going to be less because I can't wait to like get to these reactions, you're going to get a very own reaction from me. And what it's going to be looking like is I'm going to watch it from my phone like this, and I'm going to react to you guys. And I'm going to give you tips and tricks. I'm going to tell you how I feel your voice is doing, whether or not you should even be pursuing music. If you really want my honest opinion on that, I'm going to tell you like, okay, what you can do to get better. If it's an original song, I'll assess the originality of your music, the lyrics, the melodic lines, all that stuff. And you have a few options. You can either submit an original song, and you can, or a cover song. You can sing to a track. You can sing to yourself playing for yourself, like you accompany yourself, or you can do it a cappella. So there's a few different options within how to submit the music side of it for you. And any of them are fine. I'm not going to react to anything over 5 minutes, and I don't want any profanity or foul language or anything like that. So change words if you need to. We're going to keep it pretty much PG-13 rated. And that goes the same for my coaches. The only difference between choosing me or one of my coaches is that for me, you post it publicly to IGTV. For one of my coaches, you post it in the DM. So you're going to DM the video privately, and they will respond to you privately. But if you want that public post, you can take that reaction video that they do and still post it to your page. Does that make sense? Does anyone have any questions on what I just said? Because I know that's a lot, but this is really cool. Thanks, guys. Why do we have to pay for a song reaction? That's a good question. Let me tell you why. There's about, I don't know, like billions of people in the world. And if everybody wanted a free reaction, we would never get to any of you. So you have to pay for something of value. You wouldn't go to the grocery store and buy groceries and then just leave. It's called stealing. You have to pay for things, and this is nothing different. So we do run a business. This is a business side of it, and we have to be paid for our expertise. You wouldn't go to a doctor and expect not to pay. You wouldn't go to a vocal coach and expect not to pay. Just because it's art doesn't mean it's free. However, it is as affordable as we can possibly make it. It's still less than my hourly rate. It's still less than my coach's hourly rates. It just is a way for us to make it affordable to you guys as best we can and still accessible. So you're not having to enroll into private lessons if you don't want to. You're not enrolling into the course if you don't want to. But this is a great way to be heard, to be assessed by people who are professional, and have it not break the bank. So someone was asking, how do you pay for the reaction? So it's all done via Stripe. So if you go to instareactions.com and you go through the steps, it's just like buying anything else on Amazon or on Facebook or whatever. You just enter in your pertinent information, like your address, your billing address that's attached to your card, and you enter in your card information there, and then it charges you. And then once you're charged, once you get that order number confirmation, check your email, because the email is going to give you the instructions, basically verbally what I just said in writing, like, hey, here's what you do to submit your Insta reaction. And it's step by step. It's all laid out very, very simple. How much is it? Okay, so it's $199 for reaction from me, and it's $99 for reaction for any of my coaches. So when you choose if you choose the $99 option, you're not going to get to choose which coach reacts to you. But if you want to know the options of who it may be, it's sort of like chef's choice. If you go order sushi and you order the chef's choice, like it's my choice as to who I choose to let react to you. If you choose the other, they're all amazing. And I will say they're all hand trained by me. So you're getting awesome people. And if you want to know a little bit about the coaches that may be reacting to you, you can go to tarasimonstudios.com. That's our website for the studio. And it lists all of our coaches that are vocal coaches, as well as other coaches, but it lists all of our vocal coaches there. You can read their bios, see their pictures, and kind of get to know them digitally a little bit, so that when, say, Coach Jeremy reacts to you and you see his face, you're like, oh, I know him and I know what he's done. Cool. Okay. Yes. Okay. What else? Oh, our reaction. So I'm not going to post the reactions on YouTube. It's through Instagram. So if you want the reaction to be posted you can post the reaction to YouTube if you'd like on your channel, but the reactions that we're doing are Insta reactions. So I will be posting it to if you choose me as an option, I will post the IGTV to my IGTV, the reaction of me reacting to you. If it's one of my other coaches, because the reason we did it privately for the other option, for the $99 other coach option, is because we realized that some people are just starting out and they may not want their post to be public. And so if you don't want your reaction to be public, if you just really want to know, hey, can I sing? And I'm sort of nervous, I'm sort of shy, I don't really want it public, but I do want a professional's opinion, then choose the other option with one of my other coaches, and it will be private. And it's only public if you then take that video and decide to put it on your Instagram, okay? If it's through me, if you're choosing me, I'm assuming that you're not necessarily a complete beginner, or at least you are a beginner, but you're not shy, because if I do it, it's going to be public. I'm going to post it publicly on the IGTV. So you do have an option. If you don't want it publicly posted, definitely choose the other option that's less expensive, and it will be private by default unless you want it to. Yes, Josiah, that's absolutely true. Professional hourly rates aren't cheap, but you get what you pay for. Absolutely. You thought it was 90 cents. Gabby King, do you think that I'm only worth 99 cents? Like, that's insulting. Come on now. Okay, what else? Let's see. Yeah, KDB, for sure. How do I hit high notes with my heavy voice? Victor Barraza, I'm not sure what you mean by heavy voice. Do you mean head voice? Please clarify. Let's see, what else? Thank you, Elliot. I appreciate it. Hey, Lauren Charisse. So guys, we have a little celeb on today. You guys see Lauren Charisse there? She just finished a voice lesson with me. She's amazing. She's changed my whole life and career. Do it all. I love Lauren. So Lauren is my Broadway baby, my first but not last Broadway baby. Lauren is fabulous. You guys got to go check out Lauren Charisse on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook. She is my baby. I have, just like Angelica, I've had her for years. I met her at a casting call for Disney many years ago in Atlanta. And she's so stinking talented. She's a true triple threat. She landed top 12 in American Idol years ago, and she from that went straight to Broadway. She was in Motown the Musical. She was in Born for This, and last she debuted her leading role from the Tony Award winning musical Once on This Island, which I believe is closing down or has since closed, but it was a great show. I was able to fly up and help her for her opening night, and it was amazing. And she is so talented. And now she's got a 3-year contract with The Young and the Restless, and she sings on it, and she's up for an Emmy. Yeah, she's on right now. So say hi to Lauren, you guys. Let's see. Okay, what can we do? What can we say? Okay, can a bass learn to sing high? Also love your channel. Thank you, Cat Power. Yes, a bass can definitely learn to sing high. Think of it like this. Where's my little, I don't know where my hair tie is. Well, okay. Think of it like a rubber band. You know how when you have a new rubber band, it's super tight and you got to keep like stretching. And then eventually, like the older rubber bands, they're pretty pliable. Your range is the same. If you're super, super low, you're never going to sing like a countertenor, but you can definitely expand that range. You have to have consistency with practice, and you have to be doing the correct exercises that aren't going to hurt you as you attempt to expand your range. But definitely small increments of consistent time are way better than like a few hours once a week. Okay. Because when you're stretching something, just like when you're stretching your body, it's not just like, oh, okay, quick. All right, I stretched. No, it's elongating. Okay. It's elongating and it's consistent. Let's see. Okay, Victor, I'm glad. Let's see. Okay, no reaction requests here, guys. That just muds up the feed. Do that on YouTube. How do we? Okay, Raymond, that's a good question. It gets asked a lot in the live sessions. I want to ask how to smooth our register breaks. I'll watch this morning. Good night. Love you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so smoothing through registers kind of is the same thing that I was talking about when expanding range. It's the formula for it is consistency, small incremental amounts of consistency over time. But the specific exercises for that are many. A couple of them that I like is the vocal fry, that squeaky kind of door hinge, because that gravelly part, that part right there, that's the break. actually. With your mouth closed, that's the break between like a chest and then going into mix. So what you can do is you can start on a low note, like, and then start a little higher, a little higher, little higher, and keep going like that. That actually is a really good smoothing exercise, even though it forces the grit and the gravel in your voice, because what it's doing is it's massaging through that part of your range constantly. So think of it as like, you got a big lump of cookie dough and it's like all clumpy and crazy. And then you take your rolling pin and you're like, I don't know how this is going to work. Like it doesn't even roll right. But after a while, it flattens out and it starts to smooth, and then it thins out, and then it's a really nice big circle, right? And that's the same thing for your range. It's lumpy, it's gravelly, it's gritty, but over time, as you continue to consistently work through that break with exercises like this vocal fry that I just gave you, it eventually starts to roll. It eventually starts to flatten and smooth out. Okay. Let's see, what else? Is it better and healthy to sing with a nasal placement? No, Queen of Vegas, it's not. In fact, Lauren and I, it's funny, we just had a lesson before this YouTube live, and we're working right now because she's got this great break now from her extensive and rigorous Broadway responsibility, and she's on Young and the Restless, so she's doing a lot more acting than she is singing right now on a regular weekly basis. We're taking this time to really hone in on her technique, and her vocal stamina. And so we're actually working on classical pieces. So Nessun Dorma is something that we're working on as of today. And no, you absolutely, I took out all the words for her, and I'm making her sing on the oh instead of Nessun Dorma, because I want her to feel that nasal placement. I want her to feel that buzz instead of a breathy, poppy Nessun Dorma, Nessun Do, which is pretty, but it's not classical in its approach. It's not buzzed and in the center of the mask. Nessun Dorma. That's what we want when we listen to classical music. That's the placement that we want to feel as singers when we're singing classical music. So no, absolutely. It depends on the genre you're singing, but a nasal placement is not bad at all, especially when you're talking about head voice. Hey, any advice for voiceovers, Theodore? That's actually a good question. We do voiceover coaching at TSS in Atlanta. But voiceover, first of all, you need to have a unique voice, and you need to be very good at taking direction and manipulating the character of your voice. So spoken voice is technically singing. It's just at faster, different intervals that really aren't timed in tempo like a song is. So definitely, if you are looking to get into voiceover, my advice to you would be go get assessed by a coach first, someone that, has a good resume themselves, that is a working voiceover artist, and see what they think, because they're the ones that are in it themselves and trying to get work themselves. What you need to do, if you do pursue it, is get a reel so that you can get a website, optimize that site, and be put up for voiceover work. Okay. But you need to have a flexible voice that's very diverse. And usually your speaking voice is very unique as well. Like I would not be, my speaking voice is just average. It doesn't sound like anything particular. It's kind of ambiguous. So I would not be a good candidate to be a voiceover artist. Dana, I almost slipped and fell when I was in my bath and saw the notification at Shoreline. That's great. I'm glad you're okay, Dana. That's really funny. Okay, Mr. Joe, can any singers sing falsetto? Please answer. All right, here's the deal, guys. Let's talk about falsetto once and for all. I don't know why there's so much confusion around it. Let's cut to the chase and let's stop being confused. Falsetto is another word for head voice. Okay, I don't care if you're a male singer or a female singer, all right? If you are singing in falsetto, you are singing in your head voice, okay? It's just a vocal pedagogy term for typically men's voices going up higher than their chest voice, because way back when, they called it false voice, hence falsetto, okay? But it's not a false voice. And since then, we've realized that there are multiple registers to any voice, including a man's. And so simple terminology is where I am home and where you guys need to be home too. It's what I'm all about. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. You don't need to even say the word falsetto. Let's talk about where we feel the placement. Chest, mix, somewhere in no man's land. Head, mask. That's it. Or falsetto, fine if you must. But men and women can sing in falsetto because men and women both can sing in head voice. Make sense? Yes, yes. Okay, good, good. Glad we got that out of the way. Let's see. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, no, Dana, I totally get it. False voice. It's just a confusing terminology. Like it's superiority is what it is. It's a lot of elitist vocal coaches trying to make themselves sound like they know something that you don't. And that's it. I mean, it's just silly. It's silly. What can 50s and olders do to keep their range? Carrie, keep singing, okay? It's just like anything else. If you go to the gym and you're building muscle, and then as you get older and you let life happen, you stop, and then you just eventually go on walks. Do you think that if you went back to the gym and tried to lift that 20-pound dumbbell that you could like years ago when you were going religiously, that you would not injure yourself? No, you would totally injure yourself. And at the very least, you would have a really hard time or be very sore the next day if you didn't injure yourself. So you have to keep singing, okay? I have this sort of saying, and I believe that it's true that the body kind of really regenerates and changes every 7 years. We go through, and it's not exactly like on the day, but as we get older, the point is that there are things that change. There are things that morph, and hairs that grow gray, things that start to sag. It's sad, but we do evolve as humans, right? And part of that evolution done successfully is embracing that, right? So when you're getting older, it's okay to lose a couple notes off of your range. What's not okay is to feel defeated about it and then stop singing altogether, okay? Because the voice is a muscle just like anything else, just like your bicep. And if you don't work it, it will atrophy. The range will shrink, the power will shrink, the stamina will go away. And it's way harder to get that back at an older age than it would be to just try to maintain it throughout the years. I hope that makes sense. A 90-year-old can sing opera. Yes, they can, Shelby. Thank you so much. Any tips for developing whistle register as a male? Okay, so first of all, some males are not capable of doing whistle register. Some females are not capable of doing whistle register. So to answer that correctly for you, I would need to hear you sing first. So you might be a good candidate for an Insta reaction, or even like a vocal coaching assessment where we do a private session, or one of my coaches do a private session, because I don't want to tell you, oh, this is what you need to do, because it's different for everybody. First of all, there are some gold standard things I like to use when we talk about whistle tone. But before you do whistle, you have to execute mask very well. You have to execute head voice very well. You can't just be like, oh, well, I want to whistle and I've got a good chest voice. Well, hello, there are two registers in between. There's mix and there's head before you get to whistle that you have to also be a master of as well, because singing is cumulative. So it's not like, oh, I have this great chest voice and now I'm going to develop this whistle tone, and there's this huge chasm in between the voice. It doesn't work like that. So hopefully that answered. That is a dress, Dana. It's like a little sporty dress. It's great. Let's see. What else? Falsetto equals head voice. It is true. Yes, it is. How to do a vocal cry. Okay. Are you talking about like, cause it's just text, right? So you're asking how to do a vocal cry, like, let me see. Well, what about, I don't want to cry, the hi, is that what you're talking about? Answer, I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm waiting. Cause if that is what you're asking when it talks about a cry, a vocal cry, yeah, is it? Then all it is basically a glottal attack moving into pure tone. The ha, 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 I don't want to cry. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. She's waiting like we waited for Carmenito. Yeah, I won't wait that long anymore. That was funny. Little bro joy, that was funny. So anyway, when you're trying to cry, right? Huh, add some H, add a glottal attack into it, and then let the sound go forward. Ha, and it's really like a split second. I'm almost in head voice. You hear it? Don't be afraid to sound ugly too. I mean, like, if you're so worried about being perfect. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the bun compliment. If you're so worried about being perfect, then you're not going to get it. There has to be a certain sense of emotion that's tied into any kind of vocal ornamentation, like a cry, like a growl, like those things. Okay. Karen, I am from West Palm, Florida. Why is it so hard to transition from, wait, where'd you go? From chest to head. Do I need to, yes, that's exactly it, Queen of Vegas. Again, it's the same concept of the guy that was asking me about developing whistle tone. The reason why it's so hard for me to go from chest to head smoothly is because there's a whole register in between that you're not getting. And that does take lessons. You need to train for that. It's hard. There are some people that are natural mixers, but very, very few people are natural mixers. I'm not. I had to work my butt off to get a mix. I'm a belter. That's just how God made me. I'm proud to be one, right? So, but I had to work that, because you cannot just forsake an entire register just because it's hard or because it's not there. So if anybody, by the way, is interested in private lessons, there are some things that you just absolutely need private lessons for. I wish I could answer them all just verbally right here, but I can't. We're making sound. This is an intangible art form, right? Go to TaraSimonStudios.com. That's TaraSimonStudios.com, or you can call 404-437-7919. Once again, that's 404-437-7919. If you're out of the country, you can also email our info@TaraSimonStudios.com, just info, info@, and then the website, TaraSimonStudios.com, so that you can get at least a session. Like if you have a big burning question, let me hear you. Let one of my coaches hear you. Let's do a session, and at least let me, from hearing you, say, okay, now I hear you. Now I know what you want to do. This is what you need to work on. Okay. You don't have to commit to weekly lessons or anything. But try to just get in for one time, or if there's someone local that knows what they're talking about, take from them. It doesn't matter. But there are some things that we just can't answer here. Okay, tickle during performance. How to power through this without coughing. Bowden, that's really hard for me to answer. Like, where's the tickle? Is it here? Are you sick? Do you have allergies? Do you smoke? There are so many reasons for a tickle. It could even be like when I was doing Broadway, the stage where we started, it had a lot of dry smoke in it, like dry ice smoke. It messed me up. Like, just because I was on the stage by proximity, I had to work through that. And that was really difficult. No sick. Smoking. Do you smoke, Bowden? If you smoke, that's your answer right there. But I can't tell because it says no sick smoking. But anyway, there's so many reasons why. So I would need to know. No, you don't smoke. Okay. It could be allergies. It could be that you're dehydrated. It could be nerves. It could be in your head. I'm not sure. I would have to hear a clip of you singing and why, like a consistent, like, hey, this happens to me all the time. If it happens to you only when performing, it very well could be nerves. If it happens to you only in a specific venue when you're performing, it could be what's in the venue. I have allergies. I'm super allergic to mold of all kinds. And I definitely can tell when I'm in a place where there's been mold or where there's been cigarette smoke, secondhand smoke, all that kind of stuff. So that's hard to answer. Okay. Piotr Katan, am I saying that right? Any tips to sing with more power so it doesn't sound so thinned? Okay. More power comes from your abs. Okay. So any extreme note, high or low, needs more space and support. Okay. That's one of the big pillar rules at TSS and my methodology called Sing Smarter, Not Harder. So when you go from singing like, I don't know why this melody's in my head, but the I don't want to cry, and it's nice and pretty, that's fine. I'm not doing anything wrong. But what I'm not doing is really engaging my abs. I'm not pushing and forcing that air forward and out so that it creates more volume. I could sing the same thing and be more intentional about my abs and go, I don't want to cry. And all I did was act like I'm doing a crunch with my abs. And all of a sudden there's more forced air that comes out. And so more volume is what follows. I hope that answered your question. Can I do whistle notes? Yes, I can. Morning is worse. No allergies that I know of. Thank you for answering. You're welcome, Bowden. Yeah, I would do an Insta reaction. Let me hear you. Or submit your performance. Let me hear you. You have no idea who I am. Well, Kelly, if you don't know who I am, why are you on this chat? Look me up. I'm Tara Simon. Who's your favorite singer? Purple Love, that's a terrible question to ask me. It depends on the day. I have so many favorite singers. Oh my goodness. I grew up, I'll tell you who I grew up on. I grew up on Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Sandy Patty, Celine Dion. As I got older, Christina Aguilera, Adele, I love Elton John. Songwriters, I love Billy Joel. Oh my goodness. I love Queen. Gosh, there's no way you can say one. That's just awful. Thank you, Abel. I'm glad you love my videos. Can I ask about your age? No, thinking how, you may not. All that matters is what age you think I am, and hopefully it's a nice number. Okay, I don't even know what the heck. Oh, someone had thyroid surgery. Let me see this. Rhonda, I had thyroid surgery. My voice has not been the same, and I want to sing clear and beautiful again to glorify God and praise and worship. Okay, Rhonda. First of all, congrats on getting through that surgery. My mom has been having thyroid issues. That's why it caught my eye. She's got Graves' disease, I believe. So it's hyperthyroid. And she's not having to have surgery yet, which is great. But I don't know if they had to remove your whole thyroid or what, if it was parathyroid as well. But it is right around the voice, right? So it may be that there's inflammation. I don't know how recent the surgery was, but it could be inflammation. It could be that it did change the character in which the chords are now rubbing together. The larynx, the vocal folds are rubbing together. So some vocal therapy may be in order. You definitely, I think, should see an ENT and get scoped and see the current state of your vocal cords. And then after that, I would love to help you and assess your voice and see how you're doing. Because for anyone out there who's had vocal health issues or health issues that surround the throat, your voice can be affected. And it's, you wouldn't want to just go to anyone. First of all, I won't touch you until you go to an ENT, because I'm not a doctor, right? And even though I know a lot about like the physiology of the voice and the anatomy of the body, I'm not a doctor. And so I want to know where your baseline is medically before I go in and start trying to make things better and smooth things out. So definitely, thank you, thinking how. Definitely see an ENT, and then email me, Rhonda. I'd be happy to help assess you and see how you're doing. Lady Gaga's great. Yes, love her. Love Lady Gaga. What is my favorite Broadway musical? Les Miserables, hands down. It's always going to be my favorite musical. Can I address Isiba? Can I address resonance and support? Some teachers say only a few singers in the world can achieve true support and resonance. That is BS. Only a few singers. See, that's what I'm talking about. This whole like elitist, oh, only a few people, love you too, thinking how from India. Only few can achieve this great and intangible thing. No. Listen, do you have abs? Do you have lungs? Do you have vocal cords? Do you have a head? Yes, you can achieve resonance and support as well. The question is, can the coach explain it in a way that you can understand so that you can execute it? That's really the question. You're a human being just like I am. And unless you have zero capability of contracting your abs, which, by the way, if you can stand upright, then you're capable, then you can achieve resonance and support. It's as simple as that. That statement makes me mad, because what that does is it's an insecurity and an inferiority on whatever person or coach is saying that. And what they're doing is they're projecting that onto the student and being like, well, only a few people can do it. No, how about maybe you're not the right coach. Maybe you're not training them properly, okay? Don't make the student feel like they're less than or inadequate because you can't reach them or because you don't have the tools to pull out of them what you need to. That makes me mad. It's not an incapability on the student's end. It might be an inferiority on the coach's end, okay? What else? I don't watch TV, guys. I know. I don't have. I mean, there's a TV right here, but it's like Apple TV, you know, like Netflix. But I don't have time. So the things that I react to, I don't see beforehand. So I don't watch World's Best. The only time I ever watched something live on TV recently was when Angelica was on AGT. I made the effort to like tune in on that night to watch, but I don't watch TV. I don't have time for that. I'm too busy working for you guys. Okay, so Karen, you are going to be blocked because we don't talk like that on this channel. So please see yourself out if that's what you're going to do. Okay. Is it rare because you have to put your voice in a higher place in your head? Is what rare, Federico? Yes, your voice has to be placed higher in your head voice. Yes, you want it to have this mask resonance right there. But I don't know what you mean by it's rare. Let's see. Okay, Jonah, how much does it cost for an actual in-person lesson with me? Awesome. Your reaction is, good. Okay, so Jonah, first of all, in person is a little tricky because I live in Florida, but I only go to Atlanta about once or twice a month now. So are you in Atlanta? If you do want an in-person lesson, that's fine. My rates per hour are $300 right now, and they're $150 a half hour. Based on supply and demand, the rates do change and go up though. So right now they're $300. I can't guarantee that in a month they won't be more. But right now that's what they are based on my free time, which isn't much at all, versus student load. Okay. Let's see what else. And if you do want to inquire about lessons with me, that's fine. You can call that number, the 404-437-7919, or email info@terrasimonstudios.com. Can we develop a vibrato? That's a good question. And yes, I have been successful in developing vibrato with quite a few students who had zero flat line when they would hold notes. My approach is a little unorthodox. There are some things I do that I'm sure no other vocal coach does when it comes to developing vibrato. And frankly, a lot of coaches don't touch that. They don't think that that's something that you can effectively develop. I believe that if you don't take no for an answer and you're creative and tenacious and persistent, that there's really nothing in a voice that you can't develop. Yeah, you can. You need to train, but you can. And actually, you should listen to, I think it was the last Q&A or the Q&A before, when I talked about how I developed my vibrato, or how I discovered my vibrato at a very young age. That's a good question, Amanda. What's the best way to warm up for an early morning performance? Too much mucus. Okay. Well, first of all, let's talk about the too much mucus thing. Okay. When you are really mucusy, I recommend any kind of citric acid like lemon, orange, lime, grapefruit. Those are all really good, and they're stripping agents. Okay. So maybe like 2 parts citrus to 1 part water, or if you're super mucusy, you could just like squeeze it and swallow. That'll help strip some of the mucus from your throat if you're super mucusy in the morning. Second would be steam, like a nice hot shower. And then in the morning, what I like to do every morning is I like to do lip trills first. Anything that's a closed mouth vibratory exercise, like is something that I really like to do. And then you can do a tongue trill as well. And then switch back and forth between the two. That also, the vibration also kind of helps to knock off the mucus, so to speak. And it's a great vocal therapy exercise, any of those vibratory exercises, because it vibrates not only your mouth, but also your cords too. And so it's got this warming effect, as well as moving through melody and knocking off that mucus. So there's a lot of things good that are happening there. Check that out and try it and see if that works for you. Let's see, what else? Finally made it on direct without getting notification 2 days later. I'm so sorry, Sonali. That's awful. Yeah, the lip workout. It's good. How many classes would it take to learn right position of tongue when singing? I mean, Santiago, maybe 1. It depends on your tongue. Are you tongue tied? But I mean, that shouldn't be a big deal thing. Tips for making vibrato more uniform. B-Man bunnies. That's a decent question. And if your vibrato is staggered or not consistent, it could be a couple things. One, it could be just too slow, like a tremolo, like where the waves are just too long, right? Or it could be an inconsistent engagement of your abs. So let me see if I can demonstrate. I'm just going to sing a long hold, and while I sing the hold, I'm going to have a normal ab engagement, and then I'm going to force ab engagement, and then I'm going to release ab engagement. And you're going to hear the change in the speed of my vibrato when I do that. So here's regular. And then it goes back to normal again. So that time when it was like freaking out, I really squeezed my abs a lot and like frantically squeezed them. So it could be that you just don't have consistent ab control, and that's why your vibrato is kind of staggered. So what I would recommend is trying to just put your hands, just create an extra awareness, put your hands on your abs and just be aware of what it feels like, what the tension feels like when you start the vibrato, and see if you can keep that tension the whole time. I think you'll find that your vibrato evens out when you work on that. Let's see. What else? Trying to get a couple more good ones. I think I did have your view on Bohemian Rhapsody, or someone doing a cover of that. But I do so many videos. I think I did though. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do a couple more questions, guys, and then I got to get to my 1 o'clock. How do I do a run smoothly? Ooh, that's a tough question. I can't answer that just by words, Atharva. I'm sorry. Belting and mix. How do I even know which one I'm doing? Okay, Isabella, the difference between belting and mix. All right, let's talk about this because that's a good question. The difference between belting and mix sometimes can be hard to define if you're a natural mixer. But belting is basically where we speak. Okay. It's this chest resonance. So if you put your hands here on your chest, right, and you speak, you feel this buzz right here, right? You feel this buzz. When you're singing in chest voice, it should be no different. So if I'm talking and then I'm singing, oh, say, can you see? It's still the same place. If I'm talking and then I do mix, I'm not feeling it in my mask, but I'm not feeling it here either. It's sort of somewhere in the middle. And I lose the intensity between my chest, from my chest, not between my chest, but from my chest. So let me do one note in chest and the same note actually to give you a good comparison, and then I'll do it the same in mix. So I'll do ha, that's chest, it's very wide, ha, right? And mix, ha. So you hear it's not ha, like a head voice, but it's not ha, like a big brassy chest either. It's that middle place. So if it sounds like that, that's the difference. It's less intensity, doesn't have as much grit. Okay, it's more of an in between. That's why it's called mix. Thanks, Jace. Do you have a question for me? I'm happy to answer. Okay. I am wishing that I could figure out how. So Karan, I don't know how to block you right now, but you will be blocked. You're inappropriate, and I don't appreciate what you're doing right now. If someone knows how to block, let me know. Okay, do you have any tips to sing like Christina Aguilera with growls, runs, rasps? Okay, we can go over growls. Growls are fun. So when you do a growl, think of like a deep, dark place in your voice, like huh, like a really open back of your throat, almost like you're yawning, and it's this like this part right here closes in, and you're just gonna go, instead of ha, you're gonna go ha, ha, and you can even start with a closed mouth. That might be easier for you to try, and then put that just in front of a note. So let's say what would be a good phrase? Maybe a song that Christina does. Let's do the I am beautiful. So instead of I am beautiful, that that H can be turned into a growl. You can close this off a little bit here. So these muscles here that do that kind of sound. I am beautiful. Ha, ha. And you don't want to overdo it, guys, because you can hurt yourself doing this. Like if you really force it, like that's not good. That's like an overdriven growl, right? It's just a tiny little one. Let the emotion of the song too get into your body and get down like from your feet, you know, like as if you were doing a squat even maybe. I am beautiful. It doesn't have to be big, but you got to have that air in front of it. And then you have to have that closure in the back of your throat, which then opens up back into the note. Okay. I hope that, ouch, my headphones. I hope that helped, for sure. Okay. Let's see. I'll do one more question, then I gotta skedaddle, guys. You've been great. Thank you, Isiva. I appreciate that, very much. Very so. I have been right clicking on the name. I don't know why it's not working. Something's wrong with my YouTube live. I gotta check it out after I'm done, but thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, what else? Harmony advice. Harmonies. Oh, you're speaking my love language. So guys, if I had a choice, if someone came to me and were like, hey, we'll pay you the same amount of money to be a lead singer on tour versus a backup singer, which one do you want? I'd be like, yo, backup singer all the way. Because I love harmonies so much. It's so much more fun than the lead. So let's talk about harmonies. Oh, by the way, does growling cause strain? Only if you do it wrong, like only if you overdrive it, like I was just telling you about. So be careful. Okay, so about harmonies. What I like to do, and this is a great fun little way to practice it. If you know songs on the radio well, like if you're just one of those people that just jam to songs, here's a challenge to practice harmony. Go a third up or down. Well, there's a third up or a fifth. Yeah, you could do a third up or a fifth below the melody. So let's say you're listening to, I don't know what's on the radio now. I don't know why this is in my head, but let's do, hey, soul sister, hey, that mister, you know that song? Instead of, hey, soul sister, you would go, hey, soul sister, hey, that mister. And so you'd start on that higher note, but really, after you start on that one note, you follow the melody that you already know down. So you follow the melodic line of the song, but you're starting at a different note, higher or lower than the melody, okay? I tend to like to go higher. It's just personal preference, but to stretch myself, I do go low sometimes. Now, I will say that to be a good harmonizer, there are certain notes that you will change from the melody that go better with the chords. And as you get used to following that melodic line higher or lower, you can then do a more advanced approach and not necessarily follow every melodic line. You'll start to get good at hearing the chords ahead of time and then punting to that different note instead of the more obvious one within the melodic line. But that's a really great way to practice. I love harmony so much. It's so fun. Okay. So listen, guys, thank you so much for today. It's always so much fun talking to you. And remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want an Insta Reaction, go to instareactions.com. If you want lessons, info at Tara Simon Studios, or you can call 404-437-7919. And remember, there's my 8-week course called Sing Smarter, Not Harder. It's amazeballs. And there's so many people like you who are in it right now who are getting so much out of it. And I'm super proud of the progress. My gosh, it's really like, I don't know. It's so special for me, like to see you guys improving like that in that course. It's really, really great. So the 8-week course is called Sing Smarter Harder. All these things are in the description box in any of the videos that are on my YouTube channel. So make sure you check those out. We will see you next week for another live Q&A. Be thinking of your fabulous questions because I love to answer them. I'm so proud of you guys. And I, by the way, I recognize some of you as repeat people who are asking more and more advanced questions. So I'm assuming that based on the answers you're getting, you're going back and you're improving and you're asking questions that build upon your improvement, which makes me very, very happy as your digital vocal coach. So thank you so much for being involved and being so positive and being awesome, guys. Love you, proud of you, and I will see you next time. Later.